Mute the
And
mic.
welcome to Vidago TV. We are continuing our celebrations of Native American Heritage Month. Today is all about the tribes of Oregon, from river warriors to desert stewards. I'm joined today by Miss Rita Super. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Roll that beautiful intro. So how are you doing today, Miss Super?
I am fabulous. Just fabulous. I'm in good spirits and the weather is wonderful.
All
Can't get any
right.
better than that.
All right. Today we're going to start with the Wakunushpum. This is our Native American fishers, and this is their way of life. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Just want to take the time to welcome you, friends and relatives, right here to Wyam, Salado. Many people have been going through a lot of hardship, through losses. So I know many are here that want to bring in these healing songs of the round dance.
It's really fun knowing all the things they do at the Longhouse. Really, really nice music. Kept getting stuck in my head.
You gotta do the fish dance so we can catch one.
What fish dance?
Just make one up.
My auntie told me that nature is kind of a part of us, and the river is also a part of us too. So if you catch fish, it's kind of like a part of us too.
It's told to us that the spirit of the salmon, the Wakanishmi was Kishwit. It's been passed on through generations, and all the bounty that it brings, not only to people but to this land. In our belief system, it talks about our ceremonies, about the prayers for the salmon to survive whatever its journey is and to return back. And when it does, it's a celebration of our belief that our prayers are still being answered. When you take these fish, you take them with good thoughts, good heart, good mind, because as you take these fish back to these places of worship, all the thoughts that you've thought are placed upon those first returning salmon.
I'm seeing if they're doing it right.
You're blessed with this time in your life where you're able to take these fish. And if you live your existence in such a way that after your life's journey is complete, those spirits of the fish travel with you.
You just had to put your feet side to side, one foot, then you slide your foot to the other foot. I was too scared to go alone.
We as Aboriginal people need to exist. And it's not changed from the time of the treaty until this day. Today I'm here because I was placed upon here. Auna Sinwet, Eloquent. My name is Frog. That's the name that was given to me. And I live here because my people put me here. And that's pretty much what I have to say right now.
What do you think about that?
It was interesting and it was enjoyable to watch. And it basically just made me think about how tradition is so important for keeping the family together and keeping all our traditions, our cultural traditions alive. And our Aborigines have done that, and they're still living that way. They're still living with the principles that they were raised with, and they living off the land. And I just thought it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So let me drop some facts on you. There were once tens of millions of salmon returning to Columbia River every year. Today, it's a little more than 1 million. For the tribal people, losing salmon threatens not only their diet, but their way of life. These tribes all signed treaties in 1855 guaranteeing they would forever have salmon. Since then, more than 400 dams have been built in the Columbia River Basin. About 80% of Columbia River salmon comes from hatcheries built to make up for the decline caused by the dams. Would you like to add anything else? Super.
Well, that's true, and you might find that worldwide. Basically, in the United States, we have the U.S. Department of Wildlife and Fisheries that regulate fishing. And even though they have the regulation where you can say like with the salmon, you only can catch maybe, two salmons a day. You still have with your commercial fisheries that they are coming in and collecting more than two a day. And I think if they have, regulations we call catch and release regulations during the time that the salmon actually are spawning or going to spawn so they can have time to migrate to their spawning areas. That might help out a lot. And to your point, we do have hydroelectric dams, and I know in some areas of the country they have basically cut off the electricity so the salmon can basically migrate to their spawning ground. So it's a matter of regulation. And then we have this phenomenon with climate change, and that's throughout the world. So when it comes to fishing, climate change affects not only the fisheries, it affects humans and mammals, and anything that's live. Um, the waters are warmer where you usually find salmon. They're used to cold water, so now that temperature has changed. So there's just a lot of things going on that you can look at and say, well, this is the reason why there's a decline in um, certain species. Okay, so yeah, we have to do what we have to do, and I do understand they signed the treaty, but again, like I said, what you have with them building the hydroelectric dams, commercial fishing, and then of course, climate change, all of that has, you know, um, worked against the salmon population and a lot of other species population, including human.
We're going to
hmm
now go to a different tribe, Native American tribe, that's still around, and they're fighting to keep their language alive.
This is the sound of the Siletz language, once spoken widely in the Pacific Northwest region of the U.S., now rebounding from the verge of extinction with the help of digital technology. There are about 5,000 Siletz people today. Half live on a small reservation in the state of Oregon. About 20 years ago, their language was dying, with most young tribal members speaking only English, and the few elders who knew Siletz slowly dying off. It's a common pattern for indigenous language loss. There were hundreds, perhaps thousands of languages spoken in North America before European contact. Most of them no longer exist, and many of the ones that are left are in danger.
Okay. Dante Nukwe Danaye Shogatlat.
Siletz's revival is in large part the work of tribal member Bud Lane, who taught himself the language with the help of elders. That's part of a prayer by an old chief named Zalish. Lane says language experts said Siletz was too far gone to be revived.
They told us there's nothing you can do about it. It's just too few speakers and it's just too late. And we decided that that was not going to happen.
Lane now teaches Siletz to nearly 500 children and adults. Along the way, Siletz has had to adapt to 21st century life.
Like for telephone, we say, you talk into it you talk.
With the help of the nonprofit Living Tongues Institute and Swarthmore University, Lane and other Siletz speakers compiled an online dictionary.
Technological things help stamp out the language in a lot of ways. Using technology to me I thought, wow, this is cool if we can actually do something like this. Create a database with all the words.
Now even non-Siletz tribal members are picking it up, like Georgetown University linguistics student Jen Johnson, who text messages her tribe member friends in Siletz.
I've really come to appreciate Siletz as a beautiful language that encodes an immense amount of information about kind of my home region. I've learned so much about Oregon through learning Siletz, and it's beautiful. The sound of it is really beautiful to me.
All that gives Bud Lane hope.
And any language has to evolve or it dies. If it remains in the last century, the new century takes off and it leaves it in the dust.
A language once given up for dead now has a future. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Siletz, Oregon.
That was interesting, wasn't it? We have so many languages or dialects that have been lost because they have not been passed down from the elders to the children, even today. Even today, yes.
Isn't that something? But I'm glad that these tribes are fighting to keep that part of them alive. You know what I mean? The language, it's everything, right?
Yes.
And kudos to that gentleman and keeping the traditions alive, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
That's right. Now, we're going to take another journey. We're going to go to the Klamath, right? These are the Klamath tribes and their fight for maintaining the lakes. Ready to take a look?
Yes, I am.
Water is everything to me. Water is everything to our people. People depend on it. Animals depend on it. Our land depends on it. The Klamath people have been here since time immemorial. Our Klamath name translates to the people of the lakes, the marshes, and the rivers. We are the people of the water. There's so many pieces in this fight for conservation. It's been a long, hard fight. When I started my activism, I was just fighting because I knew I needed to. Now I am getting to work hands-on in conservation, trying to help our relative fish species survive. A lot of people say it's thankless work because the fish can't thank you. They can't speak. They can't tell you how endangered and how hard it is for them right now. But that's why we're here, right? It's now or never. It makes you fight that much harder. My name is Charlotte Wright. I'm an enrolled Klamath tribal member and I work at the Klamath Tribe Fish Hatchery. I practice treaty rights since I was a little girl, and I do with my children. We go out hunting and fishing and camping and gathering. We see firsthand the decline of our homeland. The marshes, the wetlands, they all need to be restored. They've been dried out. They've been diverted. They've been diked and drained. The decline of our fish hasn't shown any improvement in 30 years. I myself didn't know how endangered they were. Adults that are spawning, none of their babies are making it through the season to even repopulate the species. The lake doesn't have the circulation that she needs to sustain life in her anymore. A lot of it's her fresh water supply that's cut off. To know the decline, to see it firsthand, but to not do anything about it seemed wrong. And I think that's where my passion comes from. That's my main hope, to see our waterways restored for our fish relatives. If we know they're healthy enough for the fish, we know it's healthy enough for the rest of our land and our people. Yesterday we harvested our last pond of the season. We collect the eggs and melt and we fertilize them right there at the lakeside and then bring them back up the hatchery and hatch them. We have short-nosed suckers, which are our cockatoo. That's what the Klamath people call them. And then our Lost River suckers are our chwam. And chwam literally translates into our fish in Klamath. From the time that we have those babies, that we have our larval fish, till the time that we can be released, it'd be like 4 to 6 years. So it's quite a bit of a longer process than with trout or with salmon. You could hear everybody cheering and the excitement because we care so much. They're our babies. We're getting to be there when their life cycle started, to be a part of it. So to know on a larger scale that all those babies are dying in the lake every year, we have to do something now. We have to change ideas, we have to change mindsets. We've got to change the way that we live here in the Klamath Basin to live more sustainably, or we're not going to have a future. Me and my husband cage fight time to time, and a lot of times we've come and nursed our wounds in this water for sure. It's ice cold. Taking my kids out there and showing them all the places that I was shown as a little girl. Passing on our traditions of caring for the land, making sure she's protected. It just all goes hand in hand with what I'm doing now. It makes me hopeful to see our own people in their own activism, in their own roles. People ask if I feel what we're doing is futile. And I don't know, because are you ever going to give up on your kids? I would never give up on my kids. Don't ever lose hope. So I can't stop fighting. It's for them. It's for a future for us all. It's not just for my children, it's for everyone's. Everybody lives off the land, you just don't realize it.
So that was an interesting story. And I actually saw that fight that she was in. And she was fighting a girl named Ariel. She was defeated by a rear naked choke. It's a good fight. And it was one of those title fights too.
So she's a professional fighter?
Yeah, she's a professional MMA fighter. That's why they were showing those little MMA clips. Well, what I didn't know when I saw her fight, I didn't know she was Native American, and I didn't know she was a part of the Water People tribe, the Water tribe. I did not know that.
It was a beautiful video. It was basically the message was is that you have to pass down the traditions. You have to um, educate your offsprings of the importance of taking care of planet Earth, whether it's the rivers, the land, because we all live off the land. We all are part of the land. So I just thought it was a nice story. Yes.
We will continue our Native American Heritage Month with more videos to come in the future.